Yeah, so I think we are live. And with that, I welcome you all to this weekly sites meeting of Layer 5. This is a meeting where we talk about all the sites that are in the community and are based on React or Hugo or Jekyll. And if you have any item on System, which is our in-house design system, um, and if there's any other UI UX proposal that you have got, we will be able to discuss them all into this meeting itself. With that said, I'll quickly share this Google Docs in chat that you all also can see on your screen. It's the meeting minutes for this call, and it has some standard set of items that we discuss, and also we go through any pull request or issues that you mentioned. So for today, we have, we are kind of short on agenda items. So if you've got any issues or pull requests, you simply can go ahead by mentioning them. So with that, before we get started, let's follow our tradition, and that is if you're joining this call for the very first time and are a newcomer, you simply can go ahead, unmute yourself and give a quick introduction. And I'll be also taking a look at the participants. So we have one Yash on the call. Is it the very first time that you're on this call, Yash? If yes, do you mind going ahead and giving your introduction?
No, sir, I'm like contributing since 2 weeks.
All right, that's really awesome. Let me quickly ask Akansha, if you're a newcomer, you can go ahead and give a quick introduction.
My first website's call, I have attended the newcomers call before, and I was assigned the issue for recognitions page of Machinery Handbook.
Awesome, that's just awesome. So hopefully you also got that agenda item listed in here. I don't see it, so you can go ahead and write your name and then
Yes.
your item, just like others have done. But since you said that it's the very first time that you're on this particular call, yes, that would be one opportunity for you to, introduce. So very welcome to the call. Do you mind going next? Like, keep going with your intro.
Yes, my current focus is learning web development and DevOps through this open source contributions that I do in Machinery. And before this, I've worked on college projects, which are very minor ones. So I think I will be able to learn a lot more by contributing to this project.
That's
And
just
before
awesome.
that,
Do you
in content machine learning, so my background has been that.
Great. So, I also think, and like I have been saying this for quite some time on various meetings, that it's best to learn new technology by contributing. So that's just awesome. Thanks a lot for joining, Akansha, and you being like on this call for the very first time, and also having one agenda item to talk about, though it's not there on the Google Docs, but since you will be adding, like that really tells a lot. So yeah, thanks a lot. All right. Do we have any more newcomer other than Akansha? All right, I don't think so. So in that case, let's go ahead by discussing the topics. Once again, I highly recommend that you all go and mark your attendance. I have just in mine, and you also can go ahead. So for those of you who may just have joined and don't have access to the chat history, let me drop this Google Docs link again in chat. Let's quickly go ahead and discuss these two items which are on catalog. So let me quickly take you to catalog, what it is and what kind of items is in there. So this is an open issue which is like open for assignment, and if you feel like working on it, you can refer to the descriptions that it has, and also one blog that will be and look at you need to execute in order to this particular. So this is the blog, and this would be the catalog item.
Vivek, your
It has like
voice is
designs.
not clear.
All right, let me. Is it any better now, Varad?
Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Initially, now it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, for letting me know. If at any point I'm no longer audible, please do let me know. Thanks a lot, folks. All right, so there are these two items. You can go ahead and explore them. For example, if you go to designs, these are Kubernetes, apps in form of designs that you can explore in a live Kubernetes cluster environment. And like, I think that would be it. That would be all that I would say. I just simply say that you can go and learn about the tool while, experimenting in it. So for that, I'll simply drop this link. You can grab these links from any one of the apps that we discussed. In fact, these are attributed to the user, those who have published. For example, if you go to this one, it was published by a contributor named Shubham. You can also navigate to their user profile and see their other Kubernetes applications and their accomplishment in the project. So yeah, this is a cool collaborative tool for designing, deploying, and managing Kubernetes, infrastructure. Not only Kubernetes, but any number of other cloud native infrastructure too. And so, if any one of you would be interested, you simply can go ahead and click on the link that tells Open in Playground. Now, the ask that is like in this particular issue is basically to create more such Kubernetes applications. And that would require some Kubernetes and cloud native knowledge. But again, there's this shortcut, and that is you simply can grab these applications from these learning repositories. So there's example of highly curated and best patterns applications from that are created by community of Kubernetes and for any number of other platforms. I have also listed them down, and you will find any number of them lying down there. So you can grab Kubernetes manifest or other supported file formats from there and simply can drop into the UI. Now, all these detail, they are like already covered into this blog. So again, please take a look at the description before you try to work on it. I think let's ask for update on this particular item from Liben, because he has been assigned and has been pretty consistent on this call. Let's see. Let's ask Liben if he has any feedback, or if he would try to share his screen and walk us through any one of the design that he created.
Yeah, I think I can share maybe the last one, but no progress after our last time discussion. I haven't had the chance to work on this issue.
All right, that makes sense. So if you are consistently not being able to work on it, so it also like makes sense to free you of this assignment, so you don't have extra burden. Liven, let me know what you think of it. We can continue that discussion in the GitHub thread. But for those folks who will be interested, this will be a no code contribution. So but a pretty solid foundation for you to know about DevOps technology free of cost. So again, let me quickly share this link in chat if I'm not already. Yeah, there it is in chat. The next item, it's again on catalog only, but is about designing some template that a user is presented as and when they are getting started with the tool, so that they don't have to start from scratch. Now, what does that mean, and what are the steps and acceptance tests? It's all already written down there in the issue, and so we'll not be repeating that. But yeah, feel free to go ahead and take a look at all these open issues. I'll quickly share the link for all of them in chat. You simply can comment and we'll be getting you assigned. After the ascending agenda items, let's quickly go to our very first site, which is this site. Let me share the link in chat. It's a Gatsby site, and which is basically a React framework. Now, this site is a little heavy in terms like it demands some resources from your machine, and since a couple of us don't have those high performing machines, so we simply, and not like high performing, but it could be that you don't have 16 gigs of RAM, and so you just simply want to build a particular section of the site that you are in need of, right? And you don't want to build the entire site. So it's called selective rendering, and there has been this guide published by Jihan, which might help you out if you are trying to contribute to the site. Let me quickly drop that down in chat. It has reportedly worked for a couple of contributors, like one of them, Mahadevan, and any number of other of them have mentioned that it has worked for them. It might for you as well. But related to this only, I think there was an update from Liben on the last meeting. He had some optimization going on, and he was to test out like what was the final output of those. So let's quickly ask Liben if he has any further update, or it's just what he discussed in the last call. Liban, do you mind?
Basically the suggestion was if there's a way to merge the Giants update with the current one. I haven't asked upon it, but I don't think what the Giants update is not trying to render everything. I think that's
Mhm.
how it works, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
But I
this
look
basically
into it for the
Yeah.
next
Mhm.
meeting.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thanks a lot, Liban. All right. So then next item is from Naman and it's a blog. So let's quickly ask Naman that he share his screen and walk us through the blog that he has written. So Naman, are you all set?
Sorry, I won't be able to share the screen. There's network issue. Can you go to the issue?
Okay. Yep, sure. Let me also share this link in chat if anybody would like to go and take a look. So this is a blog and I think I know where it will be. So let's quickly go to the deploy preview. So a link like this is dropped by this bot and which is basically, it basically bundles all the changes that you have done in your PR with the master branch in the repo. And then it, publishes a site that you can go take a look to actually see your changes being reflected. So again, that's like always handy, like, helpful before actually we try to merge for maintainers or for contributors too. So the blog that we are looking at, it would be exactly where it should be. That is in the blog section. And looks like this is the blog that Naman has published. All right, so it talks about cluster visualization with Meshri, Playground, and Canvas. For those of you who don't know about Canvas, it is one of the extensions built on top of Meshri. I'll be dropping a link that takes you directly to the tool. I think there's a typo in the link, so I'll fix that. Yeah, so this is an in-browser based tool. You don't have to do any, extra setup on your side. You simply can go and take a look about its offering. And like while it's free, you also might use it for your team. So it's already, dropped in chat. Yeah, so I think I shared the screen. Would you like to walk us through the blog, Naman?
So basically, I went through what were the challenges which was faced in the traditional YAML files, and then I walked through how Canvas and Mesri Playground can help in visualizing the clusters and what are the different commands that can be used for it. That was the basic description I got for the blog. Also, I wanted a review, like if I have to include a video of the full process, or is it fine? And
I mean, that like always helped. So if you want to, this is a blog and you have all the instructions written down, so it doesn't really requires a video. But yeah, if you like to go ahead and include that, or it always helps for those who just don't want to run these commands for themselves.
okay.
So for I don't
And
know if
also,
that please go ahead.
sorry, and also like in the last point, like what else can the canvas do? I have included. I wanted to know if I have to elaborate on those points. Like these are important, but the main focus of the blog was how to use the kubectl.
Yeah, please go ahead, Naman. I think we.
Sorry, there was some disturbance. So yeah, do I have to elaborate on these 2 points, or will it like increase the length of the blog too much?
So like, was it there in the template provided, or this is the subtopic that you have created for yourself?
I've
what
taken from my side. I've taken it from my side. Like it wasn't
Yeah, so
even in the issue description.
Yeah, so I don't think you essentially need to like include this. You can point to a couple of other pages that we have. The one of them that comes to mind is one of the press release that we had for Canvas. So yeah, this one, it has like pretty descriptive nature and like illustrations of all the capabilities of Canvas. So you might also point to this one. Then I just was sharing about the catalog, Canvas catalog. That could also be something that you can point folks to from your blog. Let's quickly circle back. So like, I'm not sure if this is the way this block should be formatted. So we don't want to start from, kubectl essentially. If it simply is about, visualizing someone's cluster, you can set the, foundation from the tool itself. So there they can ideally start from scratch, or simply if they have a YAML file lying, they can import that. And then, in fact, for the terminal too, there's embedded terminal in the operator mode in the tool. So those are a couple of things. My gist would be to say, like, we simply, as much as we can, we would like to, kind of demonstrate that all of these can be done in a hassle-free way in the Visual Designer tool that is already there. So we ideally, and yeah, for capturing the snapshot, definitely you will need to have again this extension that we made, that is kubectl Meshy snapshot. I'm not sure if this is the one, but it might be. Are you sure? Like, this is the exact command?
Yeah, I think it is the exact one. I think I tested it before I was.
Yeah, so just like a Kubernetes cluster visualization, if you have some Helm chart deployed somewhere and you want to have a visual snapshot of that at some point of time, just like kubectl Meshy snapshot, there's again another plugin which is called Helm Canvas snapshot. Let me also share this in chat for those who might be interested to take a look at it. So it basically grabs the infrastructure that you have deployed using Helm and then presents you with that. Again, this is one of the example tool. So yeah, I just wondered if that would follow the convention of having hyphenated command, but since I'm not sure, definitely this could be the actual command. But yeah, thanks a lot for confirming. So hopefully, like, did you get the feedback that I'm trying to offer, Naman?
Yeah, I got it. I'll
Alright.
make the changes for the product.
All right.
Thank you.
While you're doing that, you also can take an example from blogs across the project at Meshy.io and this site too. Yeah. Any other feedback or thoughts or suggestions for Naman on this blog?
Also, I wanted to ask, the hero image we are using in the blog, is it like there is a set format to make these, or like do I have to, like, is there any set format for it?
We just want to make sure that this is not duplicated. So like, I think this is, you just copied it from the, one of the previous blog.
Yeah,
So
for
answer
now
would
I
be
just
no.
copied.
You also can include what? One thing that comes to mind, since it talks about, visualization of Kubernetes cluster, you simply can have that, like, whenever you have that snapshot ready, you simply can include that too. Like you simply
Okay, yeah, I
can,
can do it too.
yeah. All right, thanks a lot. So I'll just simply
Thank
drop
you.
a link in chat. I'll simply share the link to the blog for those who might be, able to take a look at it and offer their feedback. So again, the PR link is again, I think, is in chat. Yep. Next item is from you on overlapping tool tips appear on hover. So let's see if we have you on call. Yep, we do. So
Yes.
do you want to go next and share your
Oh.
screen? And
Okay. Can you see my screen?
yep, we can.
So for this PR, what I did is I went to the table style file, and then I noticed that the previous PR, they like the hover to the headers and the row, so that's causing the overlap. And then I simply just changed them to the table data, set the hover, and then the issue just fixed. And here's the result.
Yeah, so I think for everyone others, anyone who are not aware of the issue, if you can also show what we have right now, like the current version.
The current version, due to the course policy, so if I click at this, it won't show the table.
If you once try to navigate to the URL, let's take a look.
Okay.
I think this is one of the
Oh,
other PR of yours. I'll get that link from the issue. So,
Sure.
okay, it's service mesh landscape. I'll drop the subpath. Yeah.
yeah, it won't shows here.
Yeah, so I meant to ask if you go to the live site right now, so you simply can remove the origin to layer5.io instead of Netlify deploy preview. Or let me share the link in chat. Yeah, if you open this link while you are sharing the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Current
Yeah, so
one.
these are the
This.
tables. Yeah. Yeah, one issue that I can see is that there are two tooltips for one like hover event, and it might be that they are not like matched perfectly. Like, they are not timed perfectly, so that one disappears when you move from it. But yeah,
Mhm.
please go ahead.
So now it will after I fixed, it will simply change to this.
All right. Any feedback or any suggestions from anyone?
Is this theme responsive? If you change the mode, does it changes the color as well? The tooltip.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, if you go to the deploy preview and try to switch between the theme, like toggle the theme. So I think it should be already theme friendly, and also in terms of responsiveness. If you once try to switch to mobile view, let's take a look if this is mobile view also, like
Mhm.
friendly.
You mean the one that I fixed or the current one?
Yep. The one that you have fixed, yeah. The deploy preview
Oh,
to the right.
then maybe I should open.
Yeah, this
But
one
now I
exactly.
cannot see the table. But can I add it later?
Oh yeah, okay.
I probably need to.
Yeah, you might also want to upload a video into the PR itself.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. If you quickly go to the file changes, I think there was already a comment that
Mhm.
to the extent possible, we don't want to have those white spaces changes. It really makes it difficult to review, and also they're not pertinent to the ask. So if you once go to the files changes tab, if you scroll up, I mean to say, yeah, these white spaces, they simply can be removed so that the number of changes also are reduced, and simply is better for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other feedback from anyone? So Bharat, like Abby said that after the call she will be uploading a video that you can take a look at. Liban, do you have any feedback? I don't think we have Liban on call, so yeah, thanks a lot for your updates. Do you have anything else to share on layer5.io? I think the answer would be no.
Hello.
So let me go ahead. Yeah, hi.
I'm so sorry for being late to the meeting. So recently I made a pull request for the add animated card.
Yeah, so I think you're just in time, Oseni. So we have not got to that part. Let me quickly share
All
my
right.
screen, and then I'll show you how you can also go ahead by sharing your update.
Okay, can I share my screen?
Yeah, let's wait for the next item. And so first of all, since you just joined, I welcome you onto this call. I will be sharing this Google Docs link. That's the meeting minutes.
Okay.
You can go ahead and mention your pull request right after this particular update from Mahadevan. And then right after Mahadevan,
right.
which is the next person to present, you also can share your update.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And same for Favor, who is also on the call. So welcome to the call, Favor. All right. So
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hi.
Yep. Yeah. Hi. So welcome to the call. And since I think this is the first time you are on Sites call, right?
Yes.
All right. So would you mind giving introduction, or would you do it in chat?
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Favor Adeyemi, and I'm one of the community managers. Yes, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm just seeing the what's it called, like your mail now. I'm really sorry. Sorry for joining in late.
Yeah, no sweat. Thanks a lot for joining and for giving your introduction, Favor. So we'll also have one item from Favor. She will be mentioning that and we'll be able to discuss it. Similarly, for Oseni, who just joined, do you mind giving your introduction quickly? Because I figured it might be the very first time for you as well. All right. If you have
All right.
some.
Hello,
Yeah, please go
everyone.
ahead.
My name
Hi.
is Oseni Alim. I'm from Nigeria. I'm into web app development, and I'm excited to be here to contribute to open source. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So both of these newcomers, they both have agenda items to talk about, and that's just really awesome. Thanks a lot, folks, for introduction. All right, let's keep going ahead, and we will be having this update from Mahadevan, I think, who is also on the call. Yes, he is. So Mahadevan, would you like to share your update?
I will. I have started sharing my screen.
Yep.
So this particular update is to replace these hard-coded color images on the project/system page on the Layer 5 site. So the update that I've done, this was an open PR which I had to discuss, but I couldn't earlier, is to create these cards which use System under the hood. As you can see, they are all using System, and the hex and the System token and the RGB, they are all copyable. So if anybody wants to use our brand colors, they can come here and just tap on any of these buttons and use the colors as compared to having it hard coded here.
Awesome. Just one quick observation that I might offer as a feedback is, since we're also showing hex code, would it not be consistent behavior for us to also show the System token and RGB code too, or simply
Yes, you're right. It's just System tokens are long, so I did not want to keep them here because it might clutter the card. RGB, yes, we can keep the RGB, but the System token is too long.
Or just simply get rid of the hex code too, because it actually tells
that is fine. That is fine. We can just remove the hex here. It's consistent with the slide.
Yeah, if you switch between the themes, what happens? Yeah. Any feedback from anyone? But by any chance, do you have any feedback to offer?
Is there any way that we can add a tooltip for System token? Because
I mean, yeah, we can just highlight this and add it to tooltip. I'm using the icon button. There is a tooltip here, but it is only for this, for the button here. That's the only tooltip we use. We can add a token tooltip for the text, but since you already have one for the button, I'm not sure if you want another.
yeah, it's good.
Again, we can change the tooltip to look slightly better, maybe.
Or maybe since you see these many copy icons, instead of showing these copy icons just like we have in icons, exactly the icons component, we just simply make the entire the text copyable, and we show a tooltip, and on click you simply get that in your clipboard. If you once navigate to the project system and icons, everyone I think would be able to see what I'm trying to.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about. Components, icons here, like this.
Yeah, so it is a little different.
Similar, or maybe just the text, and I click on it, so it shows me the thing, and when I click on the button, which is this, it'll just copy that hex.
Yeah, so when someone is hovering, you should be letting them know that you're hovering, and it is responsive to that. and then like, showing this tooltip too.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
just
The only
sorry to
problem
say-
might be in mobile view, because in mobile view they don't have the hover feature. They can like touch a little longer to know what's there, but yeah, we can see what to do
No,
about this.
that's an excellent point. Yeah, that's an excellent point. So yep, we'll have to figure out a way. If you're going with that route, we'll have to figure out how we can in mobile view, how we can facilitate that behavior.
Because in mobile view, it might be better if the user is able to see a button to copy directly
Yep.
as compared to
Mhm.
having, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only point.
So
Otherwise, the
I would say I would say that since there are any number of other tools that like do this, we might simply can take inspiration from them and not like trying to come up with some, ideas ourselves. So for example, MUI or any other design system, they also be having such examples. You can simply take their example and implement that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the idea was only to have the codes copyable. So
Mhm.
yeah, we can change this implementation.
Yeah. Any other feedback or thoughts from anyone? All right, so thanks a lot, Mahadevan. Your PR link is already dropped in the chat by Varad, so thanks a lot, Varad. And Mahadevan too, to share his update. Let's go ahead by talking about this animated card from Oseni. So, yes. So basically, since this is your first time, I'll quickly say what's the practice. It's basically sharing your screen and giving a little context on the issue that you are fixing, and then walking us through the changes that you have done. So, are you all set to share your screen?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. Give me a minute, please.
Yeah, sure. Take your time. So if you're not ready yet, we might circle back to you while some other contributor might, take the screen. Is that fine?
Okay, that's okay. Let me just run and get it up running.
Yeah, okay. So next up, I think there would be an blog post from Favor, and let's ask Favor if she's ready, or if you would just simply want to, do the voiceover while I share your PR. Let me know, Favor.
Okay, sorry, please, a minute. I'm trying to like set up my my system. I'm coming, sorry.
Yeah. So this is a blog and there's like a link for all of us to take a look at. So basically whatever changes there is in your PR, it's bundled up and it has been published by the bot, and it just simply gives us a link that you can go and take a look at. We will do exactly that and see how the blog looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look. Although this PR has a couple of things to take care of, for example, the missing sign off. So again, how you can do that is simply go to the view details section, and there like it has two commands for you to execute. You don't need to build a site. You simply will have to fork the repo and execute these in your local fork. And then like this will be, done. Yeah, so this is the deploy preview. We'll go to blog section. And looks like this is the PR. I mean, this is the blog. Some corners they might need removed, so we'll have to fix that. But yeah, this is one of the so I'll simply invite Favor to talk about what it is, and like if she wants to let folks know about the series. Favor, would like to sound off?
Okay, so hello everyone. So this series, can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay, so this series is about, I interviewed one of the maintainers, which is Nikhil Lada, and then I asked him various questions about, okay, how we joined Meshri and stuff he has done, stuff he's currently working on. So that's what the series is about. And you all, I don't know if you can drop the link in the comment section so they can, all read about it. And yes, as for the what's it called, the PR, I'm trying to fix the sign off commit issue, but then I've been having issues with my network. Like I'm trying to clone the repository, but I've been having issues with my network. So that's why the sign off commit issues are still there. So you all can read about the Meet the Maintainer series for Nikki Lada. So it's just, yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
Favor. Yeah, so folks, like this is one of the series that is running, and we invite all the maintainers to, talk about their experience and how they, are liking the community and their contribution. So just like Nikhil, there's already one published, Meet the Maintainer series with Ian, who is like one of the UI maintainers. And similarly for others too, you can go and take a look at all of those interviews by, this particular category open source, and you will find all of them in there. Thanks a lot for making progress on this blog. Now to essentially help you with the cloning, I'll point you to the contributing.md, which has this useful tip, and that would be to not clone the entire repo. It will be more than, I guess, 1.5 gig. You simply can clone just the head of the repo, so just one level down, and that is by including this flag called def1. So you would want to execute this command exactly as is. So what I will do, I'll share this link right in chat so that you can go and take a look at, and hopefully it will be not presenting you with some network challenges. Yeah, so that was it. Thanks a lot for your updates, Favor. Let's go back to ask Oseni if they're ready to present now.
I'm ready.
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, let me share the full screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I think we can. Yep.
All right. So I recently submitted a PR for the add animated card component. So this is what it does. Actually, when I wanted to test it, I was not really familiar with the code base. So what I did was I just added it into the blog page. I imported the animated card into the blog page. So this is an overview of how it works. So when you hover over it, it bounces up and down like how it was stated in the HTML code. So in the HTML code, they asked us to follow this format. We should use this format to create the component, which is the animated card component. So what I did was using the previous, I looked at the card component, which was in the source directory, in the components directory. So that was the format I used to come up with this. The index.jx, it stores the code. Then the animated card, which stores from like the styling and everything. Then the readme. So the question I have now is, if I'm to test it, is there like a recommended way to follow?
Yep.
Because I'm not really familiar with the testing stuff.
Yeah,
And
definitely. There is. Let me quickly, so sorry to interrupt. If you go back to your PR, and if you go to the code, I think it's called Conversations tab, the very first tab that appears when you navigate to your PR. This is an issue. So let's also, discuss a little like very briefly about the issue. So this is one of the examples of the animated card. If you try to play the video, Oseni, the video that is on the screen. Yeah. So this is how it looks. And since we have multiple such cards, we simply can add this animation. Now, if you scroll down a little, there's already source code given in HTML format. And basically the ask is to port it into a reusable component React so that it can be then utilized, across multiple such cards if you want to. Now, if you go to your PR, Oseni.
My PR.
Yeah. If you go to the, very first tab that comes up, we'll have to scroll, I guess, up, yeah. And then you also can click that one.
Okay.
If you go to conversations tab, the tab that is to the left, conversation, yeah. And if you keep scrolling down, there will be a link that's called deploy preview. If you keep scrolling down here, just above my comment.
Okay, under your
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, so that link,
Yeah.
preview for commit, if you scroll up a little, I mean, if you go up a little.
Okay, go up a little. Okay, this.
Yeah, yeah, this link, yeah, this exact link. So this is what is a link that basically has all the changes that you have done, and it will reflect those changes. Now, if you navigate to /blog page, there you will be able to see the recording that you just had in your drive.
I didn't commit it with the
Yeah, simply blog, yeah.
Okay.
If you scroll down.
What I actually did was just for like testing on my own part of the system. I didn't commit that part of the code.
Okay, so you are yet to like execute, like submit the full code, right?
I just submitted the part on the animated card component. But when I was testing locally, I actually added it into the /blog page route. But I removed it before pushing, before making a pull request.
I mean, it will be helpful if you also like try to, so whatever usable component you have, you try to use it in some places. For example, there like are different, examples. Even if you go on home page, there are multiple cards that can use those animations. And so that way you also can confirm the behavior. Otherwise it requires some extra effort on maintainer side to go and test it out. So that would really be helpful. We want it to be theme friendly and mobile responsiveness, and really add to the visual appeal, like what to say, the way it is appealing, it should be enhanced. So yeah, that would be helpful if you do that.
All right, I will. Thank you
The
very
link to your
much.
PR, yeah, thanks a lot. The link to your PR is already in chat. So anyone who would like to offer their feedback, they, I think, simply can. Yeah, I'll go ahead by sharing my screen again. So we can circle back to, we can come back to this PR, once you have that pushed, Hosseini. So the next site that is in line is in documentation site on layer 5. Let me quickly drop that down. It's a Hugo site, so different from the site that we just, we're talking about. We just have one item on it that's from Himanshu. Let's see if we have, yeah, we do. Himanshu, would you like to present this update? I'm not sure if everybody can hear you out in case you're speaking. So might be some bandwidth issues from Himanshu's side. So let's circle back to this item once they are, on. But yeah, we have this item from Naman on a handbook learning page. Let me take a look if we have Naman. Yes, we do. Naman, would you like to present this? Yeah.
Sorry, I won't be able to share the screen. Can you go to the peer?
Yeah, sure.
So basically, it's the learning page for the handbook. I wanted a few feedbacks over the links which are in the page. Like it is inspired from the layer 5 learning page. But the problem is that in the layer 5 learning page, most of the links are pointing toward a website which is already on the layer 5. Whereas for the Mesri, it lacks that kind of doc which is relevant there. So I added a few more like links which can be relevant for the Mesri, but I wanted a review on what can I do with that.
Yeah, so first of all, get rid of these. So, I mean, the links that you cannot find substitute for, just simply get rid of them. But to quickly show you what kind of resources are available on Mesri, project. I think I sometime have dropped some comment. Let's take a look. Yeah, so first of all, this hands-on tutorial, you can utilize that. Then we can have this interactive labs playground link in here. Then you can also point to Mesri catalog. And there are other things too. So for example, this one page, it has this list of tutorials that you can point to. Again, this is on Mishri. So I'll quickly do what? I'll edit this comment and include this link as well. So hopefully you get the idea of like what should you replace with. Correct?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, all right.
Uh,
Looks like you've got another PR to talk about. But yeah, let's wait for a little second before we move on and ask for any kind of feedback from anyone, including Mahadevan. Yeah, I think Mahadevan is also counted in others. So
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we don't have that many learning resources here. That's the only thing. Otherwise, this page I mean, nothing should point to layer 5.
yeah, let's see if we have this particular. Okay, yeah, we do. Category events. I mean, I don't think we want to point to a particular blog. If we simply don't have a page called events at the site, we simply would want to point to our calendar and not the blog category of type event like this one.
okay.
There is one suggestion, content-based
Yeah, please go
suggestion
ahead.
that I have on this page. Now that we have all our contributor training series tutorials on the site, we can replace or maybe replace the events line, or maybe add to something else to point to the talks and presentations
Yeah,
page.
exactly. That's such a nice suggestion. So yeah, again, just like tutorials, we also have listed other sessions that we like talks, and yes, there could be that we add an ID and point to an anchor tag that will get you here. So does that make sense, Naman?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That will be good.
Yeah. Let's also go ahead and take a look at this other update of yours that's on handbook contribution. So I'll go ahead and update, open
I
that
think
link.
this PR was opened before, and there were some feedbacks on it over the code block and the size of the images.
Yes.
So I
last week's
updated both
meeting.
of them. Yeah. And I wasn't able to find that PR. I think that PR was closed or something. So I made a new PR for it.
Yeah, you will want to make sure that these sessions from Gemini are also accounted for, unless you have some other ideas, or if you have some thoughts that are not matching with Gemini. But ideally, yeah, we would want to incorporate its feedback as well. And hopefully you're not pointing to layer 5 from this page, these pages, right? All the repository references
Yeah,
and
yeah,
others.
no.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
There were some feedbacks needed, I guess. But I think that can be discussed on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the deploy preview. So it would be in contributing section. Yeah, this one. I'm not sure if this really makes sense to have the paragraph starting from left, aligning left, and then these one in middle. It could be that we simply also align these to the left. Yeah, so it's nice that you're using this code block that we talked about in the last meeting. That's really nice.
Maybe could you also switch to mobile view for the programs?
Yep. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, so inspect, and yeah, hopefully you all can see. There looks to be
Yes,
some.
it is scroll.
Also, you will want to make sure that these fonts that you're using, they are in line with whatever we are already using, like for the paragraphs and like, code blocks. Yeah, like this is good. For these ones, the example links, where should, okay, yeah. Again, like, I don't think this is something we would want to include, Naman. So references to anything other than Meshri, they should not be.
Yeah, I wanted
like,
these updates. What
I mean, you simply
what can I
can
do with them?
omit. For now, you simply can omit. Like the
Okay.
example. All right.
Okay, sure, I will.
So, yeah. Thanks a lot, Naman. Let's take this item from Mahadevan that is on fixing tables and presentations table.
Yes, I'll share my screen. Yes, so the page to fix is this page, as this had a very old video, and we wanted to update the styles and some other things. So in this here, I have removed that, I have updated the styles, and also, wait, I'll just show you this certain Gemini suggestion that I want to talk about. So Gemini had a suggestion because the models were hard coded, so a lot of models were sharing the same ID. So I also had to slugify them. So that has been done, and this is the updated table styles and the page with the new dates column as well. All of them open the relevant video links, and you can also go to the slides if you click on the, as mentioned earlier. We can make changes to the models UI if needed.
Yeah.
But other than that, on desktop it's fine. For mobile, this table, which is smaller, which does not have the dates column, it is fine. But the other table is too long and it extends. I tried adding margins, but it doesn't seem to look good.
Yeah, so it could be that we omit the date in the mobile view, or if it's not a good thing, we simply can collapse this date table and maybe including the title itself, like the topic itself.
Or maybe we can just have it in the model, maybe if required to have the date.
Yeah, so having it in the model, like it might not be very evident to someone who is like taking a look. If they click on that particular YouTube one, they will be, opening up a model and they will be able to see a date. So having a date up front makes sense, but I don't think it's too necessary.
Okay. So what do I do now? Do I remove the dates column, or do I?
Yeah. So in the what to say, like in the mobile view, you simply can collapse like the hide the date table.
So
and
do
that way,
I
like you
add
should be having.
okay to add a media query for this?
I think you can. Yeah. I mean, you simply can have some classes thing, right? So based on,
Because
and
I
you can
don't
also
know
have some
if
JS
the
logic.
theme. Okay, I can have JS logic. Yeah, that's also fine. Like, because essentially for mobile view, I have to start. I have to collapse it somewhere around. Somewhere after like yeah, like I don't know, maybe 750 or maybe 900 because it still extends. Yeah.
While I'm taking a look at it, it's like also makes sense to have the date table first, like the very first column.
Okay, here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then the topic. Yeah, sorry to mute you, Harbinder. If you have some, thoughts, you can sound off. Any suggestions from anyone on like the discussions that we are having? You are all welcome to, chime in and share your feedback. It's really needed at this point.
Other than that, an addition is that if these styles are fine, then I'd like to reuse them in one of the handbook pages because
Yeah,
I had a
these
table
styles are
there.
fine.
Yeah, then I'll
Yeah, these
just
are really great.
I'll include the same styles there. Yeah, okay. What I'll do is that I'll add the dates column first, then I'll try to work around this. One issue that I was facing while working with this specific page is that whenever like I even try to delete the branch and then check out again. So I don't know. It's like this specific page won't load. Like in the resources section, this talks presentations button won't load. This page will keep reloading. There's some issue when it's on the in my development environment. I'm not sure. I tried setting it up again, and I don't face this issue with other branches. But for this very specific page, it doesn't load. Like even with the styling, when I try to, it's very difficult to see the styling because this very specific page it keeps reloading. There's some bug, and
Yeah.
I'm not able to figure out what that is.
Yeah, so you are also running into this, redirect loop, and yeah, would you mind
Yes.
opening an issue on that?
Okay, sure, I can do
Uh,
that. Is
Yeah,
this an
and while
existing issue?
you are doing that, what you can do is copy the config dev.yaml and include into the issue description as detailed summary. So over time, as that's being tracked, I think that would be helpful to include.
Just 1 second. So you mean this file here?
Yeah, there would be a config dev.yaml used for Jekyll. That's like used for local build.
Config dev YAML.
That exactly this one. Yep, this one. Yep.
Okay, I'll take this same thing and I'll paste it when I create the issue. Is this redirect
Yeah.
loop an existing issue? Is it known?
Yeah, so this is a known issue. Like, what you also want to do is like time to time you want to delete the underscore site folder. So in Jekyll, just like .next for Next.js, in Jekyll, there's this underscore site folder, which is the folder that Jekyll writes all the built HTML into. And time to time, as you clear that, it also clears the cache, and that way, like, you get your changes reflected easily. So whenever you run into such kind of issue, you can just simply.
I'll do this. I'll create an issue on this redirect loop, and
Yeah.
I'll clean my site. I'll try to fix these things up.
Yeah.
This is mostly it. Any update should be make changes to the model UI by any chance?
Yeah, so I was just thinking, us trying to have this particular custom model, why can't we simply use the light box that we have in like homepage? So there's this light box model for videos, and I think we simply can utilize that. I mean, that would
This?
like reduce much.
No, not
Yeah, this is one example. There would be it's exactly the same thing. It also works for video. So if there's any video, I think there was a video, we will be able to see the video also playing. It also has
But I
title.
think
It
we
also
might
has
need
description.
to like okay, it's the same thing here. Like we need to include this, right? So we need to include the
Yeah, so this is title. This is the title, and it's like exactly you can do that in a Lightbox as well.
Okay. Okay. The Lightbox component it's here, right? This one? It's the same thing?
Yeah, simply can take a look at this code. It's a data attribute, and that we will be able to.
Okay, I'll take a look and I'll update.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
That's it
Mahadevan.
for me.
All
Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, so we are 3 minutes over the time, and we were not able to cover a couple of items. So hopefully, like, we will get them, onto the queue for next week. But for joining today's call, I thank you all for, staying yet. And like, I simply will ask if there's any urgent item that we need to discuss before getting off the call, or if we can continue in GitHub thread or maybe Slack. So for example, if you're
There's
not
one item that I think we should give some attention. I think Abby has that newcomers form. It has a layer 5 mention. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
It has been
I
open
think
for a couple of weeks. On
Yeah,
Meshri
so-
Tata.
Yeah, I was partially taking a look at it, and I don't think that we simply can do anything because that particular form was created into layer 5, Google org, the Google workspace. So I'll see if we can port it to, Meshri org, and then that way that will be gone. But for now, like, we cannot simply do anything about it. One other feedback that I had was like, since we are embedding, this is not like really the, what to say, like the theme friendly. You have dark theme, and then this is display, in light theme. So I don't think if it really is good to the eyes. If anything we can do about that, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, so you think the Google form is good for now, or you think I need to like doing other way?
Let me quickly go to the particular Nuke form. I think it's this location. Yes, I was saying that, I'm not sure if we can dynamically and programmatically control the theme, like this white theme. based on
Mhm.
our theme. So if that's possible, I think they should expose some way to do it. So we'll simply want to do that. This is not like really looking good. We have dark theme, and then like in
Yeah.
light mode, like it's really amazing. But in dark mode, if there's a way for us to control this background color, that would be helpful.
Mhm.
For this, I don't think like we can fix this because it was. But I'll take a look and get this from made in Mystery org. That way we'll be having this Mystery instead of layer 5. But yeah, don't worry about this one. If we can fix this, this would be good to go, and I'll merge.
So if I
All right.
embedded the Google form in the website, it won't allow me to change the theme.
Yeah, so that's the that's the basically thing for us to explore if that's allowed or not. Like we will not be able to. So if that's the case, then it could be that for this particular page only, we will make it light mode on like light theme only. But again, that won't be very UX friendly. But we'll have to come up with some way, not like embedding this
Okay.
white form against the dark background. All
Mhm.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Like
Hello.
already 6 minutes over, but ideas keep coming. Yeah, hi.
Hi, I want a quick
Yeah, so I was just saying
suggestion.
that
Can you open my PR?
yeah, sure.
Hi,
Kirti, do you mind
am I
if we
audible?
like discuss a little idea? Yeah, you are audible, Kirti. So I just had
Yeah.
one more suggestion, and that was yeah, Abby, so if we can try this hacky way, and that would since in building into and since the that we target to satisfy, I think that also work.
Sorry, your audio is kind of so I didn't heard all the contact.
Okay, let's continue in this in Slack or in the GitHub and
Okay.
to share, I guess.
Can I go on?
Like
Can you go to my PR? I shared it on the doc link.
Actually, I think he had a network issue, so I left. Yeah, Kirti, you can just post your PR on Slack on a website channel. Any maintainer who would be free can give a review. And that's all for today, guys. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
For people whose issues were handled, and the people who were not able to tell about their issue, they can for the next meeting they could add their issues there. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.